Good afternoon. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Mic check one. Mic check. Mic check. Okay, okay, okay. Hello, everybody. For some reason, because it's election day, they messing with my volume, and I don't know if it's uh, Facebook or the internet, but I hope that y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, throw some thumbs up and let me know if you're there. Let me know that you're there, that you're listening. And we just want to jump in for a brief moment today because I want to let everybody know. Hope that you went to the polls and you voted on the weekend, and that you was able to get to the polls on times, and I guess it's working. Hopefully, it'll be working. It's like with everything that you try to do when it comes to politics, especially in the Afro-American community, there's always something going on that will cause you not to be able to run your program the way you want, because they fear, you know, the people doing positive things. But when people are doing negative things, they don't say anything about it. But welcome to the show. And of course, I'll be on at 3 o'clock with the best music on the planet. We have to change this negativeness that we're in the world that we're facing, and especially with our young kids. It's important. This election is important because our young kids that are just 18 have an opportunity to make history if they go to the polls and vote, regardless of what party. It is their future that they're voting on at 18. I've been voting for over 50 years. But what has to happen, that young people have to learn that if they want to be a part of change, they have to do what it takes to register, to vote, and do the right things in life. Because without the right things, nobody's doing anything. You can't always point fingers. You got to be a part of the system. And that's why I made this right here, guns down, pin up, because our young people have to learn to pick their pen up, to write, and to do speeches. But the pen is more powerful than the gun. The gun takes an end life. It's to defend. But if you really want to defend your future, you have to get knowledgeable and be able to register to vote and have a clean record. Because these people do not play when it comes to keeping you from your constitutional rights. You have a right. Our ancestors died for us to have a right to vote. But yet they still try to take all the things that our ancestors have went through. The only thing they want to do is, as the other person say, take back, let's take it, take back. How you gonna take something back that you didn't create or did you own? In other words, you stole it, you know it, but you don't want your kids to know it. You don't want your grandchildren and your great grandkids to know that you stole what you call the United States of America. And you still try to do the same thing by not allowing us to voice our opinion and our right to want to protect our family and our generation. That's why I'm asking everybody today to go out to the polls and make sure you vote for in Virginia Beach. I'm talking about Virginia Beach and the United States. In Virginia Beach, we got a lot of opportunity to elect the first Afro-American woman in Virginia Beach. That's Sabrina Wooten. I've been following her career when I was at Old Dominion University. She was on my show most of the time that she was running her campaign. And as well, even during the other election, she was always on my show. She never turned down an opportunity to be on my show. So I follow her, the things that she tried to accomplish in Virginia Beach, and some things you never heard her speak about it. And because I was there firsthand when people were threatening her life, that she had to have the police to go to places when she was campaigning, and even after she won to be on city council for months and years, they had to have the police there because she was on city council threatening her life. And most people don't understand. She don't talk about it. There's somebody got to talk about it because this lady has already put in the work, been on the battlefield and still on the battlefield to get the things that our future generation need in Virginia Beach. She was the one that started the Hive for minority businesses, women businesses. It was her that came up with that decision to get the city council to pass that. And for people that had a business and got a business or trying to start a business, you can go and get loans, get the bank to help you. You're getting funding now because of her work. Now, just imagine if she become the mayor of Virginia Beach. All the avenues and doors that'll be open. Bruce Smith, he put up the money to do the minority test. He came under fire and under pressure. But people don't like to hear that. These things are not done in Virginia Beach because the mayor wants them done. It is pressure that we have to do. That's why I'm asking you to put your vote behind Sabrina Wooten for the mayor. If you haven't already voted, please, if you got young people, and they can go right there and register. If the day was their birthday and they turned 18, they can register and vote today. Register and vote at 18. It is their future. You know, they got to put them guns down and start picking up books and pens and start writing and start educating themselves and don't wait till the last minute. Because there's only two things you do when you got a gun. You kill somebody or somebody gonna kill you. And it's the pipeline to prison. There's 3 generations of men in prison today. The father, the grandfather, and this grandson or the son. We have to do much more than just let people go out and try to change things and we do nothing to help them. That's why I'm asking you to vote for Sabrina Wooten for mayor of Virginia Beach. This is the Sheriff Rocky of Virginia Beach. If you want to vote for the sheriff, this is the man, the candidate for Virginia Beach. I've been to meetings, listened to him speak, and he seems very sincere about stopping the gun violence in Virginia Beach in the communities, coming up with different ways and different meanings to meet with areas where there's seen to be violence, gun violence going on. This is the man you need at the helm to get the job done. Sheriff Rocky, that's right, Sheriff Rocky Holocomb. I guess I'm saying his name right. I don't like to pronounce names when I don't, But what I'm trying to get to say, Sheriff Rocky is already in place. He just have to be elected to continue the work he's already doing in Virginia Beach. Our young people need somebody that's going to be engaging because there's so many things that can go wrong. But you got to have somebody that's going to stand up and look for the right things to do for the community and the future generation. Like I said, Sabrina Wooten to win. If you haven't already voted, go to the polls up until 7 o'clock. Call some friends, go with some co-workers. Virginia Beach, Sabrina Wooten for the mayor's seat. And you, of course, you know this lady right here. You know this lady right here is on fire. She's on fire. Not once have you heard anything negative come out of her mouth. But the other candidate, that's all he talks about. Negative stuff. Negative stuff. Anybody that talks negative and they're going to tell you what they're going to do when they get in there, don't change overnight, because that's his MO. His MO is a negative person. He's been convicted. He's trying to keep from going to jail, because if he don't win to be the president, he's going to jail. He done did everything in the book that he should not have been even on the campaign trail. But what, everybody play tricks, but the trick they can't play is fooling the people. Vice President Harris, she's a lawyer. She's an attorney. And he calls her stupid. He wanted to say, I want to call it a but I wanted to call the other word. That's the slave master. That's the Willie Lynch syndrome. That's white supremacy syndrome. But he want to tell you, oh, he loved black people. You ain't did nothing for black people. What you signed is what Obama had already put in play. The things that Obama put in play. And the Democratic Party passed the bill. But you want to put your name on it so you can take the credit for something that you didn't do. That's what Donald Trump does. He wants to take credit, but he won't take credit for the negative stuff. He won't take credit for groping women. He won't take credit for sexually assaulting women. Been tried by law, and this man was allowed to run. But you talk about Biden. Biden did a great job. Biden got this economy going, got more people working than any time in history. And you have to understand what they do. If you study them, you will know. Every time a Democratic person get things running the way it's supposed to be, here they come along. Here they come along. Clinton, here they come along. Obama, now Joe Biden. Now they're still trying to stop this young lady to see what she's going to do, because she can do it right. And if you vote the Congress people that are out that's blocking them, they will get everything done that she wants to get accomplished for the American people. It's for everybody. You think if she gets things done, it's not going to help the middle class? As they always use middle class, because they don't look at black people being middle class. Because if they did, we wouldn't be having this foolishness going on. We spend more money in this economy than the middle class do. The middle class, they enjoy the money that they make. They enjoy the money that they control. But black people, we have to work hard for our money. We have kids that want nice things. We want our wives to have nice things. And ourselves, of course, men want nice things too. Not just a nice car, but a nice bank account. Not to work so hard and at the end of the pay week, there's no money left. We have to work together. You're on a planet that you ain't going nowhere. But I forgot. That guy named Musk. Don't let him get in office. If he get in office, and the police department talking about they keep talking about defund the police. What do you think Elon Musk gonna do? Wise people don't understand that these robotics that they're putting in play, It's going to eliminate a lot of jobs with the police department. And this ain't something that just started yesterday. This started about 30 years ago or more. I used to study this in video games. They tell you what they're gonna do before they do it. Well, that's why it's called indoctrination, so that you can get comfortable with it before they adopt it and before they use it. If he get in office and Elon Musk gonna be there, the police department gonna get defunded because he's gonna buy robots. Robots cost $30,000. That's what they say. $30,000 for a robot. Just imagine how much the police department costs. The largest budget in the United States is military and police departments. You got the FBI, you got sheriffs, you got state troopers, you got police in 50 states. But how many cities, how many locales in those states? Multiply it by the number of people they have working to keep us safe. Do you know if once they initiate robots being on the police force, just like with the cameras, y'all complain about it's illegal to take pictures of a person riding down the street and you're speeding and the camera gets you. What do you think they're going to do when they use satellite in outer space with robots that can track you anywhere you go? So I don't know what part y'all don't understand. This technology is way beyond just playing video games. The technology is going to track you everywhere you go. This technology ain't just started. This started with the computers when Radio Shack was selling the Tammy computers, the cheap computers. They got the satellite in the sky, then called the Hubble telescope, a satellite that can pinpoint a car in New York City when people are getting off work, when all that traffic is out there. They can pinpoint your car in New York and read its license plate. But now all cars got computers on them. All cars got computers. So you think they don't know where you are when they need to find you? Why do you think they track you with your cell phone? People just don't get it. They don't get it. But if you don't get the right people in play that can pass laws to protect you, we are in trouble. We are in trouble because technology is a program. They want you to give your kids Facebook came out with the goggles. You put those on to play video games. Don't you know the Bible tell you the eyes is the window to your mind. Whatever your eyes see, it goes into your mind. And your mind, you got the right side and the left side. You got one side of your brain that creates, and the other one receives, and the left side of your brain receives. The right side transmit. So you have to really study the human body to understand what technology is doing. It's all a frequency. It's all a frequency. But we sit around and we just put our trust in everybody's pocket because they got money. Why is it that poor people don't trust people that's trying to help them? We want to put our people in harm's way, but we don't want to protect them. We have to vote for the people that's going to take care of us and our grandkids and our kids. And for who's running for the school board in district, this young lady right here. This is the one and only. I'm talking about This young lady right here is running for school board in Virginia Beach in District 4, Shannon Kenrick. Shannon Kenrick. Of course, she got 2 last names, so that should not be hard to recognize. We have to look and engage for people that's going to be caring about our kids, not to just get on school board and do the same thing that they did when they was on there. Nothing. This young lady not only is now, came in and got that seat on school board. Now she's running for another 2 years if you're willing to vote for her and get your family members to do so. Shannon is well-knowledge, well-versed in politics. She's worked in Washington. She's been overseas to Africa, India, and as a delegate. I mean, she has done so much because she looks so young, and you may not realize the work this young lady's already put in. Now she wants to come and work on Betty F. Williams to get them a new elementary school. And that's what she's working on right now. But she got to continue to fight. If you don't get the right people, that paper, that money go to some other project. She's also working on the African Culture Center, which we've been waiting for 7 years to be built, and we still haven't even broke ground on it. Why is it that all these other projects that cost millions of dollars got built? Monuments, memorials, but yet something that will educate our young people, men and women, on our African culture in the city of Virginia Beach. Why is it that we have to be the last on the totem pole? We have to do much more than sit around and not do lip service. We have to be aware that what happens to our kids in this generation will affect every generation afterwards. So we have to be vigilant and make sure we vote for the right people to get in these places. And that has to happen today. That has to happen today. Like I tell people, you don't have to, we get people that want to talk about racism and taking us back. When you say taking us back, they're talking about how you gonna make America great again when Black people did most of the work. Our ancestors did the heavy lifting. Our ancestors did the heavy lifting. That's what made America great again. They don't ever tell you about the White House, Washington, D.C. was built by Black people, by slaves. So everything in Washington, D.C., when it comes to the government during that time, was built by Black people. So when they sit and say, make America great again, they know we good at working. They know we get the job done because I've worked for $1 an hour, worked 100 hours just to get $100. We work great. We are the less paid, but we do more work. And that's what they talk about, making America great again. We have to be aware of those that said they're going to do something for our community to just get our votes. And at the end of the day, they fall down. They fall down and wait another term and say, hey, get me back in office. I'm going to work on that project. I don't care who's in office. We got to hold everybody accountable. There's an app you can buy and get in the App Store. It's absolutely free. Tell you every person in government what bills they try to pass, when they put it on the floor, You can carry that around on your cell phone. Don't let them give you lip service because they think, oh, well, I'm in the office now. They're not going to check on me. They're not going to check on me. But we got to do them more than just listen to lip service. We got to do more because this is what counts. This is why we're going to vote right here. This is why we're going to the polls. Like I said, I had my grandkids. I had three grandkids, 3 to 5 grandkids right in this Virginia Beach and North. Went to the polls. Sons and my daughter-in-law went to the polls. I didn't ask them who they vote for, but I hope they voted for the people that I told them about. You can never guess what a person gonna do when they go in that booth. You never know. But one thing for sure, if they do the right thing, you will know. And don't think that it's all about black and white. It's about every nationality that stays in the United States. The people that come here, even the ones that come here and tell us we don't have the right to get money to go to college with. We got so many people. Why are they so afraid of us? This is for the future generation, these young people right here. This is who counts. This is why I do this talk show. This is why this young lady want to be on the school board. Shannon Kendrick. I hope and pray that she wins this race. So we can talk all we want to, because at the end of the day, these kids are the most important thing to her, and I know it's important to me because I had 4 kids to go to Betty F. Williams. And then from there to Bayside Middle, and then to Bayside High. So you can't tell me about the city of Virginia Beach. They will pass the buck and find a way to keep you from talking about it. But the only person can keep me from talking about it is the man upstairs. That's God. This is a young lady for the 4th District. That's where Betty F. Williams, Bayside Middle, and Bayside High, and the African Cultural Center. And she's very knowledgeable and can talk to the people in different divisions of the government to make these things happen. So I hope and pray that y'all put her in the right seat. Like I said, remember that face and the name. Shannon Kendrick. Shannon Kendrick. And this young lady right here is running for city council. Yes. She's running for city council, and I hope that you vote for her in the 7th city. Mabina, I have a Bing now. Oh, well, candidate Scott. Let me do it like that. Candidate Scott, she's running for the 7th district for the city council seat. That used to be Sabrina Wooten's seat. Help her to win the race. Help her to get elected. We need more Afro-Americans in politics. She's in college. She's studying law. And I'm just letting you know, we need the right people at the right time. And this is the right time. That our young people can see these young people doing the things to help change the way we have. And once again, for the sheriff department, Rocky needs to keep his job, to continue the good work he's doing in Virginia Beach. Sheriff Rocky. And of course, Sabrina Wooten for the mayor's seat in Virginia Beach. And wherever you stay at in Virginia Beach, you can vote for Sabrina Wooten. Wooten to win in Virginia Beach. That's what I'm trying to get you to know, trying to get you to see. Wooten to win. Wooten to win. Wooten to win. And of course, the lady of the hour, the next president of the United States of America, Vice President Harris. And when tomorrow or next week come, that she be President Harris of the United States of America. This is what we are missing. And this is what we can change. Once again, thank you all for listening. I'm not going to keep you long. I will be back at 3 o'clock on WVDM. If you haven't got the app, download the app. And this is what the app looks like in the App Store. WVDM. WVDM in the Android and the Apple Store. Download it. We have to change the frequency of the music that our young people. And that's what I'm trying to do. I can't do it by myself, but I can do it until y'all understand it's about our next generation. Remember to love yourself and put God first, and everything else will fall in place. It doesn't matter what others think of you. It's what you think of you. And just want to say, thank you for stopping by, Stephanie. And don't forget, it's all about the vote. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that stopped by today, because it's not about me. It's about our future generation. We have to keep working. We have to get them to put the guns down, pen up, guns down, book up, because knowledge is the only way. And they cannot wait. We can let our kids go to prison and spend years working for 25 cents a day. Why don't they raise the salary of the people that's in prison? Maybe if they give them $1 an hour, maybe they can send some money home to pay their debt down. So when they come out, they'll be debt free, or $3 an hour, whatever. But you can't imprison a man and tell him that, hey, when you come out, you still owe debt. The debt don't go away because you're in prison. The debt is you go in debt with child support, it's going to double by the time you get out. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. So thank you again for chiming in, and hope you vote. If you haven't already voted, please go to the polls and vote, because the next generation, they are dependent on us, and we shouldn't have to let them depend. Our future generation is depending. Whatever decision is made today, one way or the other, it's going to affect them. It's going to affect them. How many more prisons they're going to have to build to make America great again? And the person that's a criminal, he's running for president. Wow, that speaks a lot about education, and that speaks a lot about people not knowing what it's really about. You can't make America great again, because it was the Black people that did it. But they didn't do it by themselves. A lot of ancestors lost their lives. A lot of Spanish people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their lives to help make this country what it is. There wasn't one race. There were several races. But we were the one, and our ancestors had to work for free. That's why they won't give us restoration. Donald Trump was in there. Why did he do that? Why did he sign a bill when he was in there to give the Black people restoration? it was the Republicans that stopped it. It was the Republicans that stopped the Harriet Tubman dollar. I mean, yeah, the dollar currency for her picture to be put on currency, but they don't talk about it. He was the one that got the football player kicked off the football team, and he ain't played again. He ain't played since. But Donald Trump says he liked black people and he liked the black man. What part you don't understand? Some of y'all ain't never been in Donald Trump's presence. I've been in his presence. Maybe he was a good guy. But see, when you owe people money, billions of dollars, they put you to get that money. And you do and say what they tell you to say. That's why I never take money from people. Because when you take money from people, they have a tendency of telling you what you're going to do, what they want you to do. That's why you work every day, to make sure your kids never have to do that. Never have to do that. This is what matters. These kids right here matters. And I won't stop until they stop and put the guns down. As the old gospel song said, may the work I done speak for me. See you at 3:00. Tune in to WVDM Radio. And let's have some fun today. Let's celebrate. Thank you for listening and watching on WVDM.